Uh, hey, hello everyone. So my name is Ritik Veer, and I'm the founder of Auto Appy. Auto Appy is no-code automation platform about which we are going to discuss in this particular video. And we are going to discuss how you can use Auto Appy and set your business in autopilot mode. So there are lots of examples where you can use automation uh, and it will help you in your day-to-day activities. There are lots of tasks that you can automate. So we are going to look like the possibilities that you can utilize in the automation world. So I will just share my screen so that we can get started. So yeah, this is the website of AutoAppy. And here is the image. Let's say there is a Razorpay, Google Sheet, and WhatsApp. So you can connect Razorpay, Google Sheet, WhatsApp, or any n number of applications and create your own workflow. Right. So automation, in our simple terminologies, we also call it as a workflow. So so these are the applications that you can connect from Google Sheet to Google Drive to all the applications that are there available, and we have already integrated 700 plus applications and actively integrating more number of applications in Auto Appy so that you can automate more number of applications. And apart from that, we also have automation sections in which there is a pre-built templates that you can utilize. And once you click on try it, so here you can see there is a pre-built templates and you can utilize for your automation needs. So let's say you can connect Elementor with Google Sheets so that whenever someone will fill a form on Elementor, it will be added to your Google Sheet. So similarly, here are lots of use cases. Uh, that we are currently building, and uh, with time we will build more number of use cases. So this is like whenever someone's come in your MailChimp campaign, it will be added to Google Sheet. And there are lots of different variations of automations that you can see a resume into resume that you can evaluate, then automating schedule for HR management. Then there is assign onboarding task. Let's say there is a new team member that you have onboarded in your team. Then there is a auto email send welcome emails for someone who is a new joinee. So with the help of automation, you can send them an automated mails. So there are different possibilities. Calculate pay by attendance. So whatever using the Clockify, you have whatever the data that is there in your Clockify, and you can just get the data in Google Sheet, and then you can generate a salary slip of your employee. So this is a HR management solution. Similarly, depending upon different categories, whether it is a sales or it is finance and whatsoever the categories are there, we are adding more number of categories depending upon the use cases, just like marketing. So like sing lead to CRM and whatever automate lead capture and nurture, then sort leads by source. So like you have different sources from where you might gather the lead, and you wanted to uh, like sort the leads. Similarly, customer support, there is we have created few automations. So as we move forward in this particular course, we will discuss different possibilities of the automation that you can create. Right. So to start with, we will and this is our pricing model. So we offer 3,000 free tasks in our free plan of the Auto Appy. So if your use cases is limited, so you can definitely try our free plan. Uh, so even for the small and medium businesses, their use cases are generally very low. In that particular case, even you can use Auto Appy for free for the lifetime. And because we offer 3,000 tasks every month, which is sufficient for small businesses if they don't have high volume of a transaction. But if your business grow, and you have lots of transactions, let's say more than 3,000, so you can just consider our premium plans as well. So apart from that, if you need any kind of automation help, then you can just contact us and fill this form, like whether it is about sales or support or any kind of other setup for the automation. You can just, let's say you want let's say you wanted to set up an automation, you can just contact at our email, which is support@autoappy, or else you can just enter all of your details here. So this is one thing. And if any of the application is missing at Auto Appy, you can just fill the form here. There is a form missing your app. You can just fill the contact, or else if you wanted to list your application with the Auto App, you can just do that. So there are things that we will learn along this particular journey of the Auto Appy. But for now, we will just logged in. Currently, I'm logged in, so I'm just doing log out. So, and I will just fill the information quickly. So you can just continue. You can go sign up, and definitely you can just do sign up with Google, or else you can fill up your email and password. So for now, I will just do sign up with Google and give the access. Just do sign up with Google. Once you are sign up, you are currently this. You will have the blank canvas. So as we just did try now, so the view of the workflow got imported, but in your case, it will be empty workflow. Apart from that, this is your dashboard where you can see the 3,000 task has been credited to your account. And this is our pricing section, and this is your profile details, which you can edit, the image and everything. But this is a basic stuff. But the main thing is this workflow dashboard. So as we move further in this particular course of the Auto Appy, we will be working on, specifically on Auto Appy slash workflow. You can just enter this URL, or else from Auto Appy, once you logged in Auto Appy, there will be tab known as workflow, which you will be automatically get redirected workflows autoappy.com/workflows. So to get started, you have to do is click on add a workflow button. So once you do that, you can just type a name a workflow. For now, I'll just say demo workflow, right? So for the demonstration, I will just say, so this is the screen that will appear on your screen. So this is known as a trigger application. So the first node in your automation is generally known as trigger. So what is trigger and all the different concept we will one as we are going to move further in the journey of the automation, we will be learning this, right? But you can understand trigger as a first application in your automation. So let's say you wanted to have forms.app. So there is a website known as typeform or forms.app, or else WP Forms. There are different websites that you can go and use. But in this particular case, I will just do forms. Let's say which form we can use. This is the forms.app that we can use in this particular example to get started with and add a first app. So this is that. The second app is the follow-up, like once someone fills the form. So I will just delete this node for now, and I missed one step. So whenever you search a first app, like which is the first app you want. In this, let's say the example, we want forms.app, right? So let's say forms dot app. So when you choose an application, there is something known as triggers, right? So that there might be multiple options or one. So here is the option new form submission, which means whenever there will be new form submission in forms.app, this workflow will get triggered. Soon we will look all the concept of this. So if it is different application, let's say Trello. So in that there might be different options or multiple options. These are the actions. So whatever the terminologies are there, we will discuss this soon. So for now, we will to start with, we will do forms.app. Just select forms.app. You can just do new form submission, which means whenever the new form submission will happen, we wanted to trigger this workflow. What is trigger? Which means whenever something will happen, this workflow should execute. This workflow should start as soon as something happens. So this is the meaning of trigger, to trigger something, right? So you can just click on add first app. So we'll do that. And this is known as the node. The box that you can see is known as a node in Auto Appy. So currently the status of the node is draft. So currently we have just added this forms.app node in Auto Appy. So the next step that you have to do is configure this node with your forms.app. Or else, if you want an analogy, let's say a Google form. So you have just added a Google form or Google Sheet. But the second step is like you have to integrate or connect your forms.app or Google Sheet with Auto Appy. So to do that, to connect the first trigger node, there is something known as a webhook. This is the link that you have to paste in your forms.app, right? Whichever the forms that is going to be there in which user is going to fill the information, you have to paste this webhook link in that particular form so that that form will be connected with Auto Appy. So to do that, here are the instruction. How would you do that? So for now, we'll just copy this link, webhook, which is known as webhook link, which we will paste in forms.app. Here is the link of forms.app, or else you can just search the forms.app, right? So whenever you will go, you can just log in with Google or anything. So this is the form. So here is one demo form that we have created, which is bakery order. So just click on edit. So let's say this is the form, right? So this is the form. We want as soon as someone fills this form, we want that data to be transferred in Auto Appy so that what we can do is we can then use this data and transfer in, let's say, Google Sheet, or else we can send an email to the to someone who has filled the form. So there are lots of possibilities, but we want that we should first receive this information in Auto Appy, and then we will further use this information for multiple reasons, right? So first, our aim is to connect forms.app and AutoAppy so that we will be copying this webhook link. We'll just click on connect, and then you can just search webhook. If it is not appearing here, just click on webhook, and in your case, it will be new. I'm just deleting this so that so in your case, it will be like this. So you can just click on add a webhook. You can just paste a URL, and then you can just do save. So now your webhook is linked with Auto Appy. So now we can just do capture sample data. So now the forms.app and Auto Appy is linked with the help of webhook. So what you want is you wanted to fill this uh, form, which is forms.app. It can be Google form or type form, any form. We have just for the simplicity, we have used forms.app. Mm. So quickly we will fill this form. If you want, you can just forward this video. I think it is taking some time to load. An error occurred. Okay, so the form has been loaded. So what we want is no product in the basket. We can just add a product. So let's say this is a bakery shop form. So you can just your customers are selecting the product. So there are two products added in my card. Can also fill the information. For now, I will just fill my name, Ritik Beach, and the email, Ritik Beer 24 at the rate gmail.com, right? And you can just 76200 626 is our company email, and for address you can just Pune as the city and Shivari, Pune. So for payment, I will do cash, and then we will just submit this form. So as soon as we have successfully submitted this form, we will go to Auto Appy and we'll do check status. So see, we have received all the information that we have filled in the forms.app, right? So here we have received all the information. Currently, this information for you might be in uh, very raw form because it is in JSON. So no need to worry about this. We will look how we can utilize this information. But the main thing is that you have connected forms.app and AutoAppy or any kind of a form. So our next step will be to transfer this information, whatever the information that we are getting from the forms. It can be your website, it can be your this, right? I'm not elaborating too much but I'm doing this for someone who might be very new to the automation. So that's why just bear with me. So the next step is like we wanted to have this data in a Google Sheet. This is just for a demonstration purpose. Uh, but in as we move further in the course, we will see multiple use cases. We might send a mail to the same person who had just filled our bakery form with the product details to confirm the order. There might be different possibilities, or else we can send these details to someone's WhatsApp, let's say to someone who is responsible, or to our own self, that hey, we have received the order and we need to prepare, and this is the address that we need to deliver. Are we going to confirm? So there are multiple possibilities, and depending upon that possibility we will connect the app. But for now, we are just going to store that information that we are receiving from the form, and we are going to store that information in a Google Sheet just for understanding the concept of automation. So for now, we will just click Google Sheet and we will do, there are lots of actions, add, insert, but we will do insert a row in a Google Sheet, right? What are the different actions and how we can do? We will see that in this course in further. Just click on add node and do this. So again, we have to do three steps. First, we have just added the Google Sheet in AutoAppy, but you have to connect your account with AutoAppy. For that, you have to create a connection. Once the connection is established on AutoAppy and Google Sheet, the second thing is that you wanted to transfer the data in that Google Sheet. So we will like map the data in the Google Sheet so properly the data will be filled in a Google Sheet. And the third is like once we have submitted everything, we have to test is everything has been whatever the configuration that we have done, is everything okay? All right, if everything is okay, we will get done or completed, or let's say green checkbox that everything is fine. If we got any error, we troubleshoot that. For now, what we'll do, we'll just go and create a new connection. Just click on create a new connection, then click on connect with Google. Once that is done, your Google consent screen will open. Just click select the account that you wanted to connect, right? Then just to continue, right? Now we want a Google Sheet in which we wanted to transfer the data, right? To transfer the data, what you have to do, you have to just go and create a new Google Sheet, right? In which, or you can also transfer the data in existing Google Sheet. For this video, we are just creating a new Google Sheet, right? You can just name this anything. Uh, I'm just naming this as Auto Appy demo, right? So I'm just naming Auto Appy demo. So now what I'm doing, let's say, what are the details that we are asking in the form? Let's check that. Let's go back and see what are the details. We are asking what is the product, then we are asking for the whoever is filling the information, we are asking for their name and phone number. So for this video, we just wanted to store their name, last name, email, phone number, That's it. And whatever the information. But for now, we just want name, or instead of that, we will say first name, right? Then last name, and then we also have phone number, and we have email, right? So we wanted to save this information, whatever the user is filling in the form, wanted to save that information in Google Sheet, right? So, so this is the Google Sheet that we have created. So this is known as Sheet ID. After http://google.com slash spreadsheet slash t. From here, after slash t, there is something till slash edit. So whatever there from slash t till slash edit is known as Google Sheet ID. So you have to copy this particular Google Sheet ID, which is like for every Google Sheet ID, for every new spreadsheet, there is a unique ID. You have to just copy this particular ID and paste that ID. Click on this map data in Google Sheet and paste that ID in your Google Sheet. Once that ID is pasted, you can see in sheet name, you will see first sheet, which means this particular sheet. So if there are 2 to 3 sheets, you can see all the sheets that are available. So for now, we will just select sheet one. Once you selected the sheet one, you can see first name, last name, phone number, or email. Whatever the headers that were available in the Google Sheet are now visible in Auto Appy's dashboard, right? So, which means if you have more columns in your particular, let's say you wanted to also store address, the product details, or whatever the things that you wanted to save from the form to Google Sheet. So this is one requirement, which means you can save the data in a Google Sheet. You can read the data from the Google Sheet, or in any multiple software. As we will move further in the course, we will understand the actual use case of the exercise or the practice that we are currently doing. So just follow along with me to understand more better, right? For now, what we will do, we will just map the data. So this is the plus icon. What we will do, we will map the data from the forms.app to the Google Sheet, right? So this is the plus icon, which is also known as data mapper. So we will just click on this data mapper, and we will like click on select a category, and then we'll click on the forms.app, right? And now we want a first name. So you can just type first name, or else whatever the name that you have typed. In my case, the first name was Ritik, so this is Ritik, which you have to select just to confirm. For the last name, you can just do like my name was Steve, or else whatever the name that you have typed, or else answers. Or else you can also search. If you scroll down, there are lots of fields. You can just search like what is the field that you wanted to uh, map in a Google Sheet, right? In further upcoming videos, I will also uh, do proper presentation and diagram to explain this topic much clearly, right? For now, I'm just mapping my last name and then phone number. So if you recall, the phone number that I have entered was 76. This is the phone number, right? So I have just mapped the phone number and then email address. So it was Ritik at the rate 24. This was the email address. So these are the things that we do in configure section. If you remember, in setup we do connection, which means we connect Auto Appy and Google Sheet. In configuration, we configure everything that is required, which is we provide Google Sheet. Like in Google Sheet, there might be 10 different spreadsheet, right? Among these 10 different spreadsheet, which is the sheet in which you wanted to save the data. In one spreadsheet, there might be 10 different subsheets. So you select that. Also, after that, there might be 10 different columns. So you have to map the data in different columns. So whatever we are doing in this particular step is known as configuration. So the second step in the automation is known as configuration. If you select instead of Google Sheet, if you select different application, the step which is setup, configuration, and test remains constant. As we move further, you will understand this concept much better. So for now, just click on the submit button, As soon as you submit, you can see the setup and configuration is done. But you have to test whether the details that we have entered is mapped correctly as you have expected or not. So just click on this test this node, which means this particular node. So you have checked, see this, there is a green box, task executed successfully, which means the configuration and everything is properly. You can just click on this hide and show sample data, which says rows inserted successfully. And to check if everything is okay or not, you can see, come to the Google Sheet or whatever. Let's say if you are sending the mail, if the mail was sent properly or not, whatever it was expected result, is the result is properly or not, right? In our case, everything is mapped correctly, which is in case of first name, the name is properly, last name. So I didn't type this data manually. The data was mapped automatically here using Auto Appy, or and this is known as automation, right? So this is very simple automation. As we move further, we will see different use cases. So you can see I have just connected two nodes, and whatever the explanation is there, it is just for the understanding point of view. So what we will do, uh, now we will check whatever the automation that we have created is working properly or not. For that, what we will do, we will again go in the incognito or inspect incognito window in which we have our earlier form. We will just refresh and fill a new entry and see whether whether we are able to receive the data in Google Sheet or not. So in this particular, the as we are not saving the this whatever the items that we are selecting, so our majorly focus is on test instead of test. We can just say John, and last name might be Smith, and email might be john@abc.com, and the phone number might be 111-222-334. So as we don't have any validation, we are just transferring the data for now. We can also set validations. So we are just submitting the form, and what is expected is that this data should come in Google Sheet, right? And you can see the John Smith and all the details are properly mapped, and the data has been come in Google Sheet. This is very simple automation that you can set up using Auto App. So, uh, but this is not what you will be using automation for. You might be using automation for much advanced use cases, right? But for that advanced use cases, you have to learn different concepts, right? And what are the concepts? If you click on plus icon, you can do follow-up things like you can send an email, right? You can send an email, and you can just set up your email configure and send a data to that same email, right? And like, hey, thank you for your, we receive your order, whatever. Or else you can just also send a WhatsApp, right? You can also send and configure your WhatsApp. There are different like WhatsApp Cloud API, or there is AI Sensi, right? There is AI Sensi. Just bear with me. AI, see, AI Sensi, AI Sensi. I guess that's two sense. It's AI, no space. AI Sensi. You can also integrate AI Sensi. You can create a new branch, right? For WhatsApp, or there is also known as Party. So whatever the platform that you are using, whether it is Party, so or AI Sensi, so you can send a WhatsApp message using Party. Just the steps that do change frequently is the setups. Just bear with me. The steps that usually change is the setup. So for different application, the setup might be different. Again, the configuration in the case of Google Sheet, there was different fields that we need to fill. In case of Bati, maybe let's do for now. We need access token and endpoint, which we will see in further videos. Once that is updated, let's say for now, whatever the access token and endpoint is there, you have to do that. And after that, you might be asking for template ID, like which is the template message that you wanted to send to your customer, what is the variables and all those things. So, which we will be looking in further. So you can also send a WhatsApp message or Gmail, or there might be different, let's say, get response or other applications in which, or you wanted to also store the data in Airtable. And there are lots of things or possibilities that you can do. So in which you actually use automation. But to do everything, the concepts or the fundamental things or the basic few things that you need to clear as we move further in the course, we will do that. So what are the things that we are going to look? So if you come to Auto Appy homepage, there is a section known as Learn. So if you go in Learn, which is learn.autoappy.com, so this is our website which we have created for the documentation purpose, right? So in this particular course, which is our Auto Appy Foundation, we are going to learn few topics that are needed for basic, which is what is automation, creating an automation, and creating the first workflow that we have done. So now there is some theoretical topics like what are the apps, right? Then what are the nodes, what are the tasks, right? After that, there is action and trigger, the terminologies that you might have heard in this particular video that I have covered so far. And adding and deleting node, currently we have just added the node, but we didn't see how we can delete the node, or how to manipulate the CURD operation, add, delete the nodes, then creating a simple workflow that we have already done, then managing the status. So what is the status? For very quick overview, if you see in this particular demo, we have added WhatsApp and Gmail. Let's say you just want it, currently it is in draft, but I don't want it to transfer the data in Google Sheet. So I can, if I delete, I have to do all the things like setup, configuration, test again. But if I change the status to pause, now, which means whenever someone fills the form, the data will not transfer in Google Sheet, but we have just pause. So the status has been changed to pause. So it is not generally used in a branches. So whatever the branches are there, we are going to learn about that. So yeah, so it was about managing the status, then configuring the node, configuration of the node, then node setup, which we have learned, then configuring the node, testing the node, and advanced node settings. Like this are, if you click here on the hamburger menu, there is a gear icon. So all the settings like adding the condition, change the app name, action name, change the conditions. So these are known as advanced setting, which we will look uh, right, the advanced setting. Then there is known as a data mapping. We have seen the basics of data mapping. We have seen the introduction of data mapping or the overview. Then there is a managing sample data, then data transformation. There are the different things. Currently, you just whatever the data that fill. But if you want to also store, let's say, date, and you wanted to change the format of date, or there might be different possibilities. Now currently the first name and last name was separate. What if you want the first name and last name was combinedly coming, and we wanted to separate the first name and last name, in which we have to do data transformation. We have to add a node in which the first name and last name will get separated, and all these operations that we do comes under data transformation. And after that, there is a workflow features like decisions and filter. So in logical decisions means we'll see. Let's say someone does the payment, and we want, if the payment is failed, then we wanted to add that prospect in a different Google Sheet, so that our follow-up team will call them for a reminder, or else we can automate them a message that, hey, your payment is failed, kindly do a payment. And if the payment is successful, we can add them to a WhatsApp group. Whatever the logic that we want to do do. So for that, there is a logical decision in which we have to add conditions, right? So whatever we do, like the logical decisions or conditions, so these are the known as logical decisions or filter, which we will be looking in upcoming videos in detail. So we are going to in a specific module. So if you notice, there are different modules. So this is module 5, lesson 1. Then using workflow layout. which is module 5, lesson 2. So we are going to see everything in detail. So for if you wanted to know layout, I'm just giving the overview of what we are going to learn in very a shorter amount of time. And after that, we will just give uh, for every module and every topic, we will just do a 2 minutes or 5 minutes of video individually, which will be just focus on the specific topic. So for layout, like there is a currently it is a horizontal layout. If you wanted to convert that into vertical, you can just click on this and this. So whatever the data is there, now you can see the data is in vertical format, right? If you wanted to switch in horizontal, it will be converted to horizontal. So like this are like there is a different different things. Extremely sorry for uh, the noise. Uh, Yeah. So there are different layouts which you can use in the Auto Appy. Then there is a expand and collapse. Then again, a minor feature of Auto Appy, in which you can just yeah. So you can just click on this node to expand and collapse the nodes, right? You can just collapse everything. If you wanted to expand all, you can just click on expand all. If you wanted to collapse, you can just collapse the nodes. So if you wanted to present something, currently it's not, it's very minor thing, but if the automation workflow is very much and you don't want to have, let's say there are few more tasks, and just as this is the overview video. So yeah, so let's say you don't want it if it is a very big branch, right? Uh, yeah. So let's say this is very uh, a huge branch and you wanted to only focus on the main logic, so you can just collapse and just fit script. So but yeah, if you wanted to see, you can just, this is expand and collapse. So like this there are minor things that we will be learning. Expand and collapse of the node. Then there is a CURD operation for the workflows, right, which is like again deleting the workflows. If you remember in when I started this video, so there were two workflows. In CURD operation means, let's say this is the dummy workflow. If I go back and I wanted to rename, which is if you click on these three dots, rename, edit status, or delete a workflow. So this is for the workflow. So whatever the things, so these are the for the workflows. So again, then run once button. If you notice in so, so whatever the topics, which is module 5, lesson 5 about run once. So if you go again in a demo, so there is a button run once. Currently, we are not going to use that because this is a different scenario. Here, the run once button will not applicable, but we will see where we can implement such buttons like run once and exploring apps in Auto Appy, right? What are the apps? In introduction, I have already covered that. But if you go on home screen of the Auto Appy, autoappy.com, and click on apps, so these are the apps that we have integrated. Uh, and we have also categorized according to commerce, accounting, then e-commerce. So these are the apps used in e-commerce. Then again for education, these are the apps for online courses. These are the apps and yeah, for HR management, these are the apps that are used. So depending upon the use cases, we have integrated the apps, and we will look like what are the different apps integrated so far in the Auto Appy. And if you wanted to integrate your own app, or if you have any kind of a suggestions that you would like to integrate in Auto Appy, you can do that. You can just share your suggestion, and we will integrate that application in Auto Appy, right? So this is one thing. And apart from that, if we follow along what is there in the course, using and sharing pre-built automation templates. So if you so which is like if you go again in autoappy.com, there is a section known as automations. Just click on automation. So these are the pre-built templates. So you can just click on try it button, so the template will automatically import. We will see how to use this, or else you can just click on view details, and you can read about like what this template is all about, how you can utilize this template and how this template. or automation can help your business, right? We will also create more number of videos as we move further in the journey of the automation, right? So yeah, you have categorized all the templates. Okay, so we have categorized all the templates. You can see these are the templates that we have categorized so far. Uh, so these are the templates that we have categorized. The coming soon is like there is the whatever it is in progress. The template are in progress. Our team is working on that. But yeah, apart from that, we will also in future have a forum in which people can share the templates which they have made so that other folks can use them. So yeah, this is about Auto Appy Foundation, in which getting started, creating a first node. So if you go again at learn.autoappy.com, or else in autoappy.com, if you click on Learn button and go on this specific foundation course, you can see, and you can just do. We'll soon also upload videos. So this is the module one, which is what is Auto Appy, why to learn automation, creating your first account, whatever the topics. Then in module two, there are different lessons. What are apps, nodes? Again, in module two, there is a trigger actions. Module two is deleting. And then every module is like you can see different colors for different modules. So this is module one, blue for module two, uh, like there is again blue for module 3 as well. The template is changed, like node setup, configuring node. So yeah, and you can see all getting started module, first workflow module, configuring module, data mapping, and workflow features. So there are different modules. So features is the last module, which is fifth module. So this is, I'm extremely sorry for I have curve. And Uh, and this is the fifth module. And after that, your Auto Appy Foundation course will be completed. Whatever the videos that are required for the explanation purpose, we will be recording soon, as we are going to start recording more and more videos in upcoming days. And once you have completed Auto Appy Foundation, we are also going to dive deep in Auto Appy Advanced course. Currently, I'm not going to discuss much, but there are lots of advanced topics, advanced trigger topic, uh, in-depth understanding polling trigger, scheduling, like how you can schedule something. You wanted to send some things there is a society in which you wanted to send a maintenance uh, reminder to something in a scheduling mode, or one-time reminder, or in month something. Uh, yeah, there are scheduler concept, instant trigger, difference in action. So these are the advanced topics. Error handling is again a different topic. Data type is again. So whatever these are the advanced topic. Currently, you can also visit our learn.autoappy.com for all these things. But as we complete the foundation course, the second, these are the built-in apps. So we have also created few built-in apps for text and number formatters using iterator and array functions. Then there are other small built-in apps then which we are going to cover in advanced course. So once we have completed the foundation course in details, then we will be covering the advanced course as well. And after that, again, the next module is JSON, which is fifth module is about JSON. And the last and the final module of this course is going to be HTTP module, which is custom HTTP request, where you can send the custom API request. For now, if you don't understand all the topics that I have discussed, no worry. You can follow along the course. The course duration might go a nearby approximately 7 hours, not sure, 6 to 7 hours, and you will be master the automation. Even though you are the beginner, don't know much about automation, we are going to dive deep, learn from the scratch what is automation, how you can implement the automation in your day-to-day life, right? And yeah, okay. So I'll just stop my. screen. Okay, so we will see what is automation, how you can implement the automation, uh, and if you are someone who is learning the automation, how you can generate the revenue from the automation, or by providing the services to the businesses, how you can generate the revenue using this. And there are different. If you are a business owner, how you can implement the automation in your business and scale your business and run your business efficiently, reduce the time and the benefit of the automation. So we are soon going to create a elaborated course on this particular topic. But this is very introduction video. You can consider end-to-end introduction overview of the Auto Appy. Although I have not covered lots of different use cases, in my next from our next videos onwards, we are going to focus on the use cases of the Auto Appy, in which we are going to just like I have given one simple use cases how you can transfer the data from forms.app to Auto Appy. Similarly, we are going to create new and different use cases of the Auto Appy, which you will be learning, and we will keep uploading all the use cases on our YouTube channel. Till that, you can just follow along our videos and be in touch. If you have any queries, you can just contact us. There is a website. There is a contact number on our website as well. You can just do WhatsApp message if required, or there is an email address support@autoappy. You can just raise the query there, or else on the YouTube video comment. So you can post your comment, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.